Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy November. Wow. Happy daylight savings time, or is it the end of daylight saving times? Happy irregular time and happy fat psychic duck. Say hello to psychic duck, everybody. Hello, everybody. I see you've been eating. Oh, yeah. I had a cheeseburger? No, I don't eat cheeseburgers. What do you eat? Insects. I like bugs, but I eat anything. Okay. Who would have known? Psychic Duck is a bug man. Girl, woman, them. All right. Let's get into the month of October, November. Kind of ready for this year to be over with. I think. So I was watching Steve Judd, watched a little bit of it, and the rock and rolling roller coaster of November, and I'm like, I can't watch anymore. Turn it off. All the breaking news stuff, turn it off. Anything that says breaking news on it, I'm like, done. It's all breaking news. It's all clickbait. Just done with that. What else? Oh, breaking news. Kamala Harris. Sorry. Kamala Harris was on the stage uh, talking about Prop 50 in California, where they're changing the electoral map due to Pumpkinhead getting into Texas and saying and demanding that states realign their maps so that they can get more Republican representatives. They're scared as hell. Um, New polls came out that were shocking. And the reason, Pumpkinhead is in free fall a lot, in all sorts of um, areas, economy, immigration, whatever. But I still can't believe that there's still so many people that are still saying he's doing a good job. I mean, the low I think was 30 that I saw in the poll was 37% still said he's doing an okay job. Like, what? Part of that is that the legacy media, i.e., 60 Minutes, gag me. Breaking puke news. Eh. They used to be the King of Wands, bringing forth quality information. Now they're Russian. Anyway, I guess they had Pumpkinhead on, and I watched a little bit, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No pushback. None. No, that's not true. None. They just let him lie. So that's the big challenge. The other thing is people are turning off the news. I am. Whenever I see breaking, turn it off. I don't even watch. Don't even watch. I don't even click. I'm almost about ready to remove that subscription because it's just so irritating. But we do have a big election tomorrow, and it's important to do what we can to go out and vote. Bring your cameras. We talked about this on Lori and Sheila and I when we read. Bring a camera. It might be worthwhile to invest in a camera that is not a cell phone. Maybe. I don't know. Is it? Um, what about helping, going to vote in a pack, in a community, right? So just don't go to vote by yourself. Bring somebody along. Um, bring just have a group of people to go. Make it a little celebration, and let's do what we can to have our voices heard. And I know people are pushed back. Oh, we can't. This is bad. Our votes don't count. Yeah, I get it. And they really will not count if you don't go vote. I know that for a fact. Psychic Doug said, "Dang, Danny, you're psychic." Okay, let's take a look at November. Did I finish with my good news thing? Obama was talking. Yeah, yeah. Obama. So I think I will read on Kamala towards the end. Trish over at Archangel Channel did a pendulum on Kamala. If you like Kamala and you want a feel good story, go check her pendulum readout on that. She was taking a bunch of hopium pills. I think she fed her pendulum hopium. Hope. That's the Obama thing. Anyway, just playing around. She did not feed her pendulum opium pills. All right. The deck that I'm using today is the White Newman deck. They have two cards that are unique, the white Newman and the black Newman. So let's look at November. Let's look at it is in the stream of weeks. So we'll do, I'm going to have to hit pause and look at a calendar. Okay. 4 weeks. Okay. Will the government be opened in 4 weeks? And it's these news outlets. Now, my YouTube channel, not my channel, my YouTube TV, that's where I watch my TV, on YouTube TV. So I get the media outlets and all that. They couldn't come to an agreement with ABC and Disney. Wow. So that's one I don't have to listen to. I'm sure I'll get another email saying, "Oh, we got it back." And I will go, "Oh, really? Okay." So it goes. Hey, and before I go any further, how about them Dodgers? Now, baseball has been normally very, very boring to me. And that was an old Saturday night thing. Okay. Anyway, I watched the World Series. I watched that stuff. And lately, I mean, ever since COVID, I have not been watching sports at all. I'll watch certain sections of it. And so I watched the endings of it. I know I am not a sports guy these days. So watching the ending of it, but the last two games from the eighth inning on, wow. And probably the whole games were amazing. Both teams were so evenly matched. It went to game 7. The Dodgers pulled it off back to back. And I was thinking, I mean, whenever these sports teams win, they just tear apart the city. I mean, they flip cop cars over and they light them on fire, which I never understood. But it's just rowdy fans. And I'm thinking, I should probably go look and see what happened afterwards. And was the military called in? Yeah. So I try to stay away from the breaking news, as I so eloquently said, and uh, let's focus on the hope, the positive. Uh, People are talking about Trump going into Nigeria and bombing Nigeria because they're not protecting Christians. JD Vance and Usha, that was in the headlines. And JD Vance with Charlie Kirk's wife. I'm like, what the hell? We are we're just living in such a backwards land. Christianity, when I grew up, had nothing to do with this stuff. Okay. I'm trying out a new microphone. I hope it works well. And I'm talking 11 minutes. Let's get into the reading. The month of November. What can we expect? I'm going to pull 3 cards for each month, and we'll go from there. Each month, each week. 3 cards for each week. Here we go. 11. 3 cards each week. So we are in, well, technically it's week 2 because it's, no, week 1. Week 1. 3 cards. Ooh. Death, rebirth. The ending of something. The 9 of Pentacles. The abundance card. This is an interesting image to me as I look at this. So the 9 of Pentacles to me normally says you're a little in your own little bubble with your abundance. This one is kind of like, hey, let some of this abundance go. So it's talking to me about sharing a little bit. We've got these, I don't know what kind of birds these are. Brown birds, and they're pulling pentacles and flying away with them or dropping them in. So maybe there may be some financial losses still happening. Maybe it's the death of financial losses. Ooh, that'd be good. And the 3rd card we get is Judgment. So it feels like this week, we're going to get a harsher judgment coming. On how we should be giving our finances out. Maybe this is the SNAP program where the judges had said, hey, Pumpkinhead, release the funds, release the Kraken, release the funds. You can't do this. And he's going, well, I need clarity. I'll give you clarity. Okay. Here we go. Moving on. 2nd week. Ooh. 7 of Wands. And you look at this guy, I look at that big old bald head, and I go, Stephen Miller, except he doesn't have a mustache. And Stephen Miller's wife was in the news. And I guess she has a Fox podcast. And all these, it used to be that the Democrats were so, oh, you can't say that, you can't say this. And now the Republicans took that on, and you say anything negative to them, and they're like, ow, 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 ow. They're such, if I can use a Democratic term, they're such snowflakes. All right. 7 of Wands. I'm on a little rant today. Yeah, you are. Shh, psychic duck. Okay, 7 of Wands. Getting into each other's face, defending oneself. This feels like the 5 of Wands energy, right? But it's like just getting in people's faces and going, this is not right. Defending oneself. Someone's going to be showing some strength. And the final card is the Knight of Pentacles. When I looked at it, I said 9 of Pentacles. Didn't I just read that? The Knight of Pentacles, slow moving. Okay. So we were hoping, I want to read some, let's read a clarity on this strength card. So defending oneself, who is showing strength here? What's this strength card about? What is this strength card about? Ah, the Nine of Pentacles. It's about abundance. So if it was about releasing money from Snap, I think that's what this is. Secrets being revealed. Well, we know what that's all about. And loss, sorrow. It's so funny because they're crying over spilled milk here, but all I got to do is go over, I can't find my way home. Well, there's the home right back there. All you got to do is walk over the bridge. There's the home. Grab a cup. You got 2 full cups. I think this is a little bit about, the Nine of Pentacles certainly can be some wealthy people in their own little world that aren't seeing the truth, but the secrets are coming out, and it is going to make them a little sad. The independent voters, even though there's still like 20% that are supporting some of this stuff that's going on, I think they're starting to see the secrets coming out. And there was a 4th card that came out when I pulled that, and that's the world is showing up. Okay, so defending yourself with strength, and it's not gonna be fast. It's gonna be slow. We got the slow moving coming. Okay, keep these all up because I got 2 more rows. 3rd row, 8 of Wands. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? I did a side note, squirrel. I did I had a reading the other day with this woman from Austria, and she gave me a little mini healing journey, and she took me on this path, and she goes, and there's a snake, and it's a rattlesnake. And the snake says, follow me. And so I'm following, in my mind's eye, I'm following this rattlesnake. It was beyond cool. It was so neat. For me, snakes are all about rebirth, about growth, shedding old skin. But the rattlesnake, I'm like, ooh, there's a little bit of a warning, but follow me anyway. I gotcha. Anyway, it was really good. Anyway, end of the squirrel moment. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? So we have the 8 of Wands. When I said slow moving night, in the 3rd week, this looks like it's fast moving. And the 8 of Wands in other decks is fast moving. In this deck, it is just convoluted. And it goes back to what's being revealed. With this strength card, I got to pull these 3 cards out again. The secrets that are coming out with this, yeah, I think it's just so much stuff. 3rd week, we are back into the 2 of Swords. Interesting with this, she threw away a sword of truth, or she's juggling it, or something. So she really only has 1 sword. She can see what's going on. She's using their intuition. It's a little bit about secrets. And it's bringing forth a peace. So in all this convolution, there is a little bit of peace, and she's listening to something with this. I don't know if y'all can see that, if it's on big screen, But you see those, what are they, doves of peace, white birds? That's what I. So throwing away a weapon, just having one, it's just the sword of truth. No need to defend yourself. And normally in the Two of Swords, you're at a crossroads. You don't know which way to go. The last card we get is the Knight of Wands, bringing forth new information. It feels like it's positive because the camel's happy, smiling. Feels like, this is good. This is good. Passionate. Okay. And the last week, we get the Queen of Swords. Oh, Queen of Swords coming out. Queen of Swords. Some legal news coming, possibly. Some truth coming from the Hermit. So when the Hermit went on his journey, he's illuminating some things. I just think when I look at this card, I go, we're getting information from the sky people. That's what I look at this, and that's what I see. So much is being talked about 3i Atlas and the information that we're getting from all that. And I read this one Facebook post where this woman who is not into tarot, she has her own trance-like psychic stuff, but she doesn't follow 3i Atlas or any of this at all. She got a similar message that we are being offered a message from the stars, from source energy, that is going to radically adjust who our understanding of a lot of things. I don't even know what. I think our whole understanding of things is going to be shifted. Okay, and the last card, yeah, we got the Chariot movement. So, okay. So that's kind of interesting what I'm picking up here. I should have said, hey, throw your cards, do the same thing. Should have done that. Didn't. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Cool. Chariot. Moving on to someplace new from a. Let me just go back to the sky message. So Sky Father has given us a message that's making us move. And it's hard not to listen to the Queen of Swords. She's saying, come on now. So even though there may have been some confusion with this Two of Swords, where do I go? What do I do? The Queen, when this card lets go of one sword, does she turn into the Queen of Swords? Possibly. Possibly. Getting new information. So, yeah. And it's not breaking news because it's slow news. Awesome. So we have some things to look forward to. We have some judgments coming down. The death and the rebirth, something of this week coming up. Very cool. All right. So I am going to, as promised, let's look at this death rebirth card, this judgment card. that popped up. These cards are really hard to shuffle, and they're really hard to shuffle with this hand of mine. Okay. Pumpkinhead, how you doing? Mr. Pumpkinhead. I saw this one video and it explained the drug that he might be taking that gets him up and then he starts crashing. It kind of helps his dementia brain so he can actually have a 60 minutes fake interview. That was just so bad. All these media that do not ask follow-up questions, they're complicit. They're part of the problem. Psychic Duck would be a better interviewer than that woman. That would be good. Let's see how Pumpkinhead's dementia rolls when he's talking to a duck. Ooh, not just any duck, the psychic duck. Mr. to you, Mrs. You better treat me with respect, Mr. Pumpkinhead. Okay. What was I going to do? Hang on. Jeez. I was going to read on Mr. Pumpkinhead. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Card reading by Psychic Duck on Mr. Pumpkinhead. Sorry. Ow. Ow. Okay. Ten of Swords. Someone's going to betray him, stabbed in the back. Ooh, Seven of Swords. Someone's got a knife to his throat. This is a very dark card. Normally, Seven of Swords, the guy just has swords and he's leaving camp. This one, it's like, he's being forced to say certain things. Guess who shows up? Kamala. Okay, so for those of you guys who haven't watched my channel a lot, the Queen of Cups was Kamala. When we were reading on her, she was the Lotus. She was the POTUS, supposed to be. And anyway, so I just still hold that. She's got a secret in there. The cap is still there. But at the base of this reading, I'm reading on Mr. Pumpkinhead, Lotus shows up, Queen of Cups. And then in the past, we get the High Priestess. And I can't really show you because naked parts. I'm going to hide all the guns. I shouldn't do this. I should hide the weapons on this one. Okay, top of the reading. Three of Swords. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Once again, stabbed in the back. This is a heart event. This is betrayal. Oh, worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, the worms make the body look like sauerkraut. That's not the way it goes, but fast. News happening fast. Snake news happening fast. What is snake news? It's breaking. Ooh. I didn't know normally these cards aren't reversed, but I must have shuffled them wrong. And I got the Nine of Swords reversed. So this is nightmares. This is scary stuff. This is dreams, fears, but it's reversed. So it's not dreams, not fears. It could be reality. In the external position, We get the Knight of Cups. Unexpected news coming. What's the next card in Knight? Goes to Queen. Okay, sorry. Just playing, just having some fun. And hopes and fears that his concoctions that he is taking will balance things out. See if that's true. Final outcome, the Nine of Cups. It's kind of weird because in this card, that's, wishes greedy merchant, he gets it, but it feels like he's underwater a little bit. And check out his cankles. Okay. So there's a lot of betrayal going on. There's a lot of backstabbing. There's secrets being revealed. There is stealing some defenses, holding them hostage a little bit. These are not good cards except for the Nine of Cups. Let's clarify, because is it for us? Is that good news for us? King of Swords. Legal information coming out. In the Three of Wands. Oh, and he's got his foot on the snake. What does that mean? So the Three of Wands, overseas, information, rebirth, watching ships come in, watching ships go out, but he isn't. He's got his back, or she's got her back to the water. They're not looking at ships coming in, going out. It's kind of like the trade policies. Nobody's moving anything. I went to buy something, and I got online. It was $29.99, and I went, okay, cool. And I'm trying not to use Amazon, but I'm going, cool, $29.99, perfect. I'll get it. Shipping, $349. No, thank you. So Mr. Bouquet, he's got some things going on. I'm going to keep underneath the deck. He's got some dark energy. Dark energy. Yes, going back to a simpler time and innocent dementia card. Right? He should be looking forward. He's not. The Eight of Pentacles. The work, the challenges. And I look at this card with the way that this deck is, and I go, some of the nightmares that he has about finances. In the last card I get, there's a new opportunity coming. Oh, maybe he's going to do another crypto coin. But there's another opportunity coming, and it feels like it's not him. It feels when you look at this card, does this look like a Pumpkinhead card? No, to me, it feels like a young, prosperous, clean energy. And it certainly feels to me that it's like Mexican in some way. So maybe we're going to have a shift in the new path forward for our immigration status, because that is just scary as hell. Let's look to see, what is this? I want to look at the final outcome of this card. This Nine of Cups, King of Swords, Three of Wands. What is that about? Nine of Cups, King of Swords, Three of Wands. Give me some clarity on what that means. Because normally I would say you get your wish, there's a legal challenge, but it's good, and you've turned your back on, well, certainly certainly the legal challenges with the trade embargo happened with the Senate growing a pair. And that's, I mean, that should help the country, and Pumpkinhead being the of the country, that would be a good thing, right? Right? But he's going, no, you can't do that. We want to destroy the country. So this Nine of Cups kind of throw me, because it's, is it happy? Is it good? According to him, that would be bad if we had free trade back and forth. But I think that that's what it is. I think the world is celebrating that the court stepped up and said, no, you can't do that. You turn your back on these trade tariffs. Okay, let's see what I get with this. Sword of Truth, movement, and the Nine of Wands. Getting beat up with information. It's still the same energy that I get up. Still standing. So Pumpkinhead is still standing, but he got some new legal true news that's making him move in a direction that maybe he didn't want to go into, but we did. Let the tariffs, let free trade go. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look. Kamala. Hang on. I had to get my Kamala deck out. The other day, what deck was I using? I think I was using, where is it? Do I have it here? Where'd it go? Okay. I wanted to find my Beyond Lemuria deck, because this is the deck that has She of the Lotus in it. So let's just pull 3. Talk to us if you can. About She of the Lotus. Talk to us about Ms. Harris. She seemed fired up. She seemed happy. I know a lot of people are going to go, nah, ain't going to go there again. She didn't fight for us. And in all my readings, I heard that she had to overcome some stuff. She had to get on the right page. You can't fight when you're not well, but when you're off balance, when you have to. I think it would have made it worse if she would have gotten out on the campaign trail as a wounded speaker. I mean, we would have been able to see her vulnerability. Would have that been strength? But I think that the news media would have just eaten her alive with her weakness, which is so wrong. 3 cards on Kamala. 3 cards. Doesn't necessarily have to be with her stepping back in, but just her voice in government. Thank you. Okay, so first card I got, reclaiming your energy. Makes sense. Our ancient future. I love this card. Our ancient future. She's looking at the future from the ancients' point of view. I had a conversation about this, probably with myself and Psychic Duck, about New Age and what I offer. And a lot of what I offer is going into trance journeying, shamanic journeying, and in that galactic journeying, and then that it brings us back to source energy in the old ways, the ancient ways. Balance forces. Okay, so she's reclaiming her energy, she's rebalancing, and she's looking at our ancient ways to bring to the future. And she's bringing all her furried and feathered friends with her. Frogs, stuff like that. All right, let's do just a reading on and ask her if. What is her future? What is her future in the role of the U.S. government? What is she thinking about? Where is she going? What is she not thinking about, but where is she going? That happens a lot too. I'm not thinking of something and then, oh, look where I am. Well, maybe I did think of it subconsciously. Where is she going? Kamala Harris. What's her path in November? What is her path in November? Is she going to get out there more? What is her path in November? New beginning, Ace of Cups. She's the Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups. Being challenged by still having nightmares about this. I could drop this down. Hang on. She has some secrets. She has some intuitive gifts that she's going to start showing up with the High Priestess. It's like, you know what you need to do. In the past, it's the hard work that she's put in. Oh, sorry, group. At the top of the reading is the Seven of Pentacles. Review. Let's take a look at what we got. What can I collect? What should I leave on the tree again? And the hopes and fears, she's still at a crossroads. But her swords now are not crossed anymore. She has a lane that she is defining. And internally, it's the Empress card. It's her abundance. I don't feel like this is a Russia influence card. I feel it's her abundance card and her care for certain things. Externally, it goes back to this Nine of Swords, this Ten of Wands. It's brutal. And she knows it. She's put in the work with the Eight of Coins. She knows how hard it's going to be. Hopes and fears is that she can do something new. The Page of Pentacles. She can start this again. And the final outcome is Temperance. Doesn't it look like that card? She's like taking off. She's spreading her wings and about ready to take off. Bringing balance. Kamala in November. Knight of Coins. Is she looking at her finances to start bringing in some money? Certainly, if we're just looking at finances, yes, finances, yes, finances. This is a slow moving Knight of Coins with Temperance, and there's a bear energy to it, a healing energy that goes along with this balance and this getting beat up. And the final outcome is the Eight of Swords. She still feels like she's tied up. Got the Ace of, I think maybe something's going to happen. It's going to like, bam, Ace of Wands. She's going to have to make a decision. So nothing yet. Nothing yet. Three of Wands. Underneath this, we have death, rebirth. We have completion. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the karmic wheel of fortune. So she's doing good. She's still in the game. She still wants to balance things in November. She's got a long road ahead. So just seeing how things are, she's getting back. She's getting her strength. Okay, you guys, that's it. Thank you all very much. Say goodbye to Psychic Duck, everybody. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to eat your worms and bugs. All right. Don't forget to eat your worms and bugs. Peace and love.